First look at DC's R-rated Clayface movie.
Yes.
And boy,
Did
howdy.
you know this was on the production schedule whatsoever?
I knew it was happening, but it was one of those, like a fucking, what's the Venom quote? Just a turd in the wind.
Right.
Like, it was just, somebody said they were going to do it. Nothing ever came about of it.
Yeah.
And then randomly...
eventually it's going to just turn up, yeah.
Yeah. And then this trailer just popped up. And it looks fucking ace.
I mean, you say that. There's not exactly much in it. It's a guy just looking very handsome and then very annoyed and then very handsome, then melty, and then that's it.
But if you saw this... So obviously we watched it on Instagram. And as with anything, whether you watch it on YouTube, whether you watch it on Instagram, you already know what you're watching. So it's not like you're in the cinema and the trailer comes up and you're like, ooh, what is this? We know this is Clayface because it said
true.
it.
Yeah.
But take that out. It's like a minute 40-something seconds long, the trailer was. Well, the teaser trailer.
Yeah, and a minute of that is just someone with bandages looking at the camera.
Yeah, but would you get, like, even after watching it, up until it says DC's Clayface, would you think this was a Clayface movie?
No.
No, exactly. That's what I mean. It seems just like, not generic, that's the wrong term, but it seems very body horror gore type.
Yeah,
film.
I mean, I think it'll be a bit unsettling. It'll be a weird uncanny valley kind of thing with like weird faceless faces and his eyes falling off and whatever.
Yeah.
But I expect him to be about 8 times the size that he's here at the moment. So this is clearly going to be an origin, before he turns into giant blob man. But there's only one question that's worth asking for this, Callum. Is this its own little pocket thing Joker? Or is this supposed to be Pattinson?
Well, I'm going to blow your balls off, Dan.
Go on.
And then I'm going to answer your question. But I knew this would come up, so I Googled it while we were talking. Pre-recording. And DC, like Todd Phillips' 2019 hit Joker, the project will serve as an origin story for a Batman villain and is likewise expected to carry an R rating. Unlike Joker and its 2024 sequel, the project is considered part of the DC universe rather than its own self-contained world.
Okay.
So this is, but
And
that
that's
doesn't mean it's Pattinson.
Well, that was my second question.
Yeah.
Is okay. Well, saying that it's a part of a connected universe, that's fine. Everything has to be in a fucking universe these days. But then, which one? Are we talking Affleck? Are we talking Flashpoint? Are we talking?
No, this will be the new Batman. This will be James Gunn's new Batman.
But this is it. But is it one that we have not seen yet, or is
it'll
it
be
one that's because you can't really have an R-rated Clayface, presumably serial killer, like not a great guy.
Yeah,
and then lovable Superman with his, silly dog running around and his little robot mates. What Batman has to deal with that guy and can be that wacky to deal with that Superman? Like, that whole thing. This is someone that's definitely aimed at, I could see Robert Pattinson punching you as hard as he can in the face and trying to explode your brain.
But equally, would this fit in the Pattinson Batman world?
Maybe. I mean, they've done a really good job with making Riddler not a joke. In the Batman,
but it was still fully human. He was just psychotic, wasn't he? Well, it was Clayface.
That's never not been the case, but it's also not been established because it's never needed to be during that one anyway. That there is a magical, mystical, metahuman element to that same world as well. Or is it like a Nolan sort of like no, we don't have like magic and superpowers and whatever like. Everyone's just a maniac and he goes around and punches them as hard as he can.
Yeah. Unless it's healing backs.
Nah.
he healed his back. He climbed a cave.
No, that's Christian Bale.
Yeah, the Nolan universe. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no magic or anything. Unless
he didn't heal his back. Someone punched his back better. And that's how Batman does anything. He punches problems. Yeah, he has to punch problems into resolution, and the only way to heal injuries is to punch them back into place again.
I would say though, just just looking at it visually, and this Clayface is obviously he starts off human. He's going to be there's going to be experiments or whatever. Do you think any of the Batman that we've had, so we'll start at, we won't include Adam West, obviously, but we'll go from Keaton up to Pattinson. Do you think any of them would fit the mold for this type of movie that the Batmans are? Not necessarily their films, just them as Batman.
I don't think he'd be a threat to Affleck, because I think that he would just put a grenade inside him and explode him.
I think Affleck would blend him and drink him with protein shake.
Yeah, exactly, and then go back to banging models. But he'd find a synthetic compound that'll just melt him, then just throws a gas canister at him, and he just and he's down the drain. Pattinson would be really confused and really angsty about it, and then have to do a whole, which I'd love anyway, but like a whole hour sort of like, oh God, how am I going to do this? Like puzzling the problem before, it turns out that he can just talk him down. Keaton, nah.
I mean, going off the same thing, like he used the Batmobile to like set people on fire and stuff. So
true, but I can
see Mr.
That's
Magoo.
not well, he just ends up running over and gets caught around his tyres.
Yeah, just accidentally.
Kilmer would probably, I think he would work quite well with sort of like the wacky Two-Face Riddler, but it depends on how grim this is going to be. If it's just a guy just like sort of like with emotional angst trying desperately to figure out how is he supposed to be this incredibly handsome actor anymore before realizing he can turn into people. But if it breaks him psychologically and then he ends up going on massive rampages and no one can catch him because they don't know how to find him, and then they go, if only there was a detective that could somehow come in and just piece all the clues together and Sherlock Holmes this for us, and then be able to deal with him when they find him. So it makes sense that if they're saying, we can't deal with this guy, we shoot him, nothing, and that's it, we're out, basically. We can't do anything else. Even when we do find him, we need a specialist who can come in, track him, and capture him.
Yeah.
So it would make sense if they got Pattinson, because if he's going after Freeze in Batman 2, or whatever that's going to be called, then if he gets Freeze's tech and gets ice bombs, ice grenades, or whatever,
and he could freeze him.
There you go, problem solved. So he'd have to go from, shit, I can't deal with this guy, to, don't worry, I'll go to my other movie, find that bad guy, beat him, unlock my tech abilities with him, then I can come back and deal with this guy. It's like it's his replayability in his Batman career. He's like, I can't deal with the ones with unless I've got the cool. Plus. Yeah, I've got to go back and come back with my cool gadgets to deal with it. But yeah, I genuinely, I'm not absolutely, blown away, but I'm more surprised more than anything.
Yeah, this isn't like,
but it gave nothing away, and that's fine. It's just a teaser, just to be like, hey, we're doing this, by the way. But yeah, there wasn't enough in there for me to be like, holy shit, I've got to go and watch this.
I mean, I definitely will, but it's what shocked me is because I mean the R rating might not be necessarily because he might not even become a serial killer in this movie. The R rating might be because of the body horror stuff and the psychological aspects of it and the toll it takes on him.
People that's been around for a long time. People, there's fucking filters on TikTok that'll do the same thing and melt your eyes out.
I don't know about that, but I think it looks really good for the minute 40 whatever seconds that we saw.
I reckon they're going to go for a sort of a Blumhouse A24.
That's the vibe.
Low budget. Sort of like, let's just see if we can just make a good scary-ish movie, and then if people dig it, well, then we can amalgam into the rest of the whatever this new world that James Gunn's going to make is going to be. Or if everyone hates it, it doesn't matter because he was never supposed to be a part of anything anyway.
We didn't say what DC universe he was a part of.
Is it part of that Nicolas Cage one that was shown in Flashpoint for 30 seconds? That's where he is.
What if we go from this? So this turns out to be really violent, really gory. He is a serial killer. He's maiming people. He's murdering people. Everything else. But then the next time we see him is a live-action version of him from Harley Quinn.
Where he's just sort of like a down on his luck actor.
Yeah,
he's
he's
sort
just-
of like,
just-
oh, I
just
hate
proper
this.
chilling.
I just want to work in commercials and sitcoms, man.
That's such a good show. I wish I had another
I know,
season of
but
that.
that's the thing. Like, it's a really good way of just sort of like you just get these psychopaths and just make them all just really silly characters. Great. It's like it's just caricatures of everyone. It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. It works.